Hello, everyone. Today we are talking about the great composer Edward Kennedy, or short for the Duke, Duke Ellington. He was born in 1899, that was a long time ago, and died in 1974, which is also a long time ago. Edward Kennedy, the Duke Ellington. Duke Ellington was a composer. We all know what a composer is. A composer writes the music. He was born in 1899 in Washington, D.C. Now, Washington, D.C., oops, let me go back, I want to try to put this up a little bit so you could see, but I really can't. Washington, D.C. is over here, over this way in the United States. This is the United States, and he was born in Washington, which is right about over this way. And that's the capital of the United States of America. Ellington's parents were both pianists, so they played the piano. They gave him piano lessons at the age of 7, and he wrote his first composition at the age of 15. Duke's mother was also very sophisticated. That meant that she was very good with manners, and she trained her son to also have good manners. As he got older, he became known for his charisma. That means he was very happy, and everybody sort of gravitated towards him. So he became known as the Duke because he always dressed very well and he acted like royalty because he had very good manners. Duke Ellington composed over 1,000 pieces of music during his lifetime. Many of his compositions were considered to be part of a genre, that's a type of music, called jazz. His music was popular, and many of his pieces are known today as jazz standards, or music that is frequently played by jazz musicians. He had his own jazz orchestra that played throughout the United States. Now, a jazz group is smaller than an orchestra. You know how an orchestra is a large group of musicians? Well, a jazz group is a small group that play, and a lot of the instruments are the keyboards and our brass instruments, which are the trumpet, the trombone. Usually the French horn doesn't. You'll have a saxophone, but a saxophone is a woodwind instrument, but that's okay. A saxophone would play, a keyboard, and a lot of drums and cymbals, things like that. They would improvise, which meant they would make up music and just play by using their ear and not just reading every note that a lot of people are used to. So it was interesting because they would improvise or they would make up songs, and a lot of people loved it. I love jazz. His musicians were very loyal to him, and they would stay in his group for decades and decades, which was a long time. He also appeared at a popular nightclub in New York City called the Cotton Club, where everybody there were lines to get into the Cotton Club and watch Duke Ellington and his jazz band. Since his death, Duke Ellington has received many awards, including a Pulitzer Prize and the Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award. So he's a very famous jazz musician. So a jazz group is different. They're brass instruments and keyboards, and they play together and they make up tunes. And it's really fun because you never know what they're going to play next. And we will listen to some examples of jazz playing. All right, guys, I hope you liked my little introduction to the great Duke Ellington, one of the most famous jazz composers in America. Bye, everyone. Hope you have a great day.